coming out.
Yes.
I'm a huge Natalia fan,
I am
so
too.
I'm probably too biased right now, to be honest.
Oh,
But she always just delivers. Look at her quads.
Definitely brought them up.
She definitely stands out in this lineup.
Yes.
I'm trying to,
Now, in this call-out, we have 3 out of the top 5 from the Olympians.
wow.
Natalia placed in 2nd, Barbara placed in 4th, and Sheronica placed in 5th.
You see that they all throw their names into the mix.
That's right. Now, notable in this call-out, for this first comparison round, we have Rachel Daniels back to the stage. She's taken about 2 years off of the stage, so she definitely could be in the mix.
All right, into these seats left, please. Ricky will take you off the stage.
How important is choosing the color of the suit? What do you think?
I think it's very important because you want to choose a suit that highlights your physique and complements your skin tone. And that's a large way if you can get that pop on stage. If you have yellow tones and you wear a yellow suit, that can often clash, especially with the backdrop.
So this is the second group. Who stands out to you right here?
I'm going to say number 68 on the end, nice muscle density. I would like to see a little bit more legs on her, but overall nice density, but also number 70. She's one of my women's physique favorites.
That's the second one from the
yes.
right. Yeah, she looks good. She's a little smaller, but she's definitely in shape.
Yes, very much in shape.
These women's physique girls, they come a long way.
That's right.
I remember when it all started with Juliana Mollicano, Nascimento, Karima. I mean, this is a new, totally different ball game right now.
1,000%. Even thinking back to the times from Dana Lynn Bailey until now, it's definitely evolved.
Right, Dana was the first.
She was the first
right?
Olympia, that's right.
I think I've ever met. She would not even cheat 6 months out from the Olympia.
That's right.
I tried to get her to have a dessert, and I couldn't get her to have a dessert with me. She lives bodybuilding.
On and off the stage. Great ambassador for the sport.
And she's Dr. Coelho now. Those big, crazy legs.
Yes. She always had that tiny waist too.
Right, and Sarah is a very, very tough competitor. So it's probably going to be between Natalia and Sarah again, and we'll just have to see who brings the best to the stage at the Olympia. She was very polished for me.
Beautiful. She definitely will have to add a little bit more size to her frame within range though. So a lot of the times, a lot of people just try to add mass and they just throw on slabs of meat without worrying how it looks aesthetically. The key thing in this sport is making sure that everything is always aesthetically pleasing. Showcase your personality. Pick the poses that are absolutely best in your frame rather than mandatories or not. You do not have to do your mandatories in your individual presentation. Now, if they're strong like this beautiful front pose, absolutely hit those strong suits.
color is perfect.
Absolutely. Because that's a part of the criteria as well, is your skin texture, skin quality. If your tan is off and splotchy, it will make your skin look off and splotchy. So you have to make sure you're really crossing your T's and dotting your I's and make sure everything is perfect. Now here in Women's Physique, we always have the question of how much condition is too much condition. What are your thoughts on that, Dennis?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think, it evolved so much from the beginning. Like we just said, Anna-Lena bathing. I mean, Anna-Lena bathing would probably look like less than a figure girl next to you.
Yes.
So I thought that Physique was separations but no striations. But like I said, it's different times. These girls get harder and harder.
Now we have Rachel here, who's an excellent poser. She's very much one of those athletes who puts the time and dedication into the art of posing.
Crazy quads. Some of these girls are harder than the open body.
Yes, they are. That shows the dedication of these women on that stage. Also, we cannot forget Happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers crossing the stage today. And all the mothers tuning in. Beautiful. Same thing here. Excellent color. Excellent glaze. Skin quality. Now, when you think of suit colors, this is an awesome color for Sheronica because it pops off of that chocolate skin.
Right.
You want something that really just highlights your physique.
Got great symmetry, really tiny waist. I like that.
Also, a good bit of conditioning without it being over the top. You see the lines, you see the skin quality, you see the glute separation. With the tight waist, round shoulders, quad definition. Those are all the things you want to see.
Yeah. She looks phenomenal. She's definitely in the mix.
Absolutely.
Please welcome from South Korea, Hye Lee.
So now, that's the difference in conditioning right there. She has the size, but I think she is just slightly off condition-wise.
Yes. And the most noticeable area is going to be for the abdominals for me. That's always an indicator for me to look at and see how tight, how conditioned somebody is. In addition to the glutes, of course. The glutes would be substantially harder, but if the abs aren't really having that push to the skin, that clean line, that's always an indicator. A great upper body size.
Yeah, I think she's just a few pounds away from being real good. But then again, she's coming in from South Korea.
That's right.
You know, long trip. You know better than anybody that it takes this long fight. If you don't come in early, it can backfire real fast.
Absolutely. And we have our 4th place finisher from the Olympia coming on stage now.
And I'm always a fan of her too.
Beautiful. So Dennis, what do you think is the importance of competing at this show for all these ladies?
Excuse me?
What do you think is the importance of competing at this show for all these ladies?
What's important?
Why is it so important to compete at this show for these ladies? What's the benefits?
I mean, first of all, for some of them, it's the Olympic qualification.
That's right.
And it's the first Pittsburgh Pro Fitness weekend. I think a lot of people want to be a part of it. There's good prize money.
That's right.
You know, so yeah, if I was still competing, I would probably be on that stage too.
I would too.
Do you miss it?
I do miss it. I don't think I'll know how much I miss it until Olympia.
Yeah.
That'll when it'll really settle in.
Yeah, you'd probably probably going to kick in when someone else gets crowned.
That's right.
Yeah. I thought about that one time. In 8 years, there was no other Miss Olympia than you.
That's right.
And I remember, I'll never forget, one year, it was still at the Orleans. I think it was your third or fourth Olympia, or maybe second or third. And they had a close-up to your quads, and your quads were so cross-striated. That was, I remember that like it was yesterday. That was, yeah, you took it to the next level.
I did. Thank you.
You are a true legend of the sport of fitness, figure.
I definitely think she'll be in the mix. Very much first call out material.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. Please welcome from China, Xin Qi.
South Korea and China on the map.
Very much worldwide. I like the shape on her as well. She has a nice small waist, great potential. Ladies with a small waist, it's always important when you're picking your angles, you want to highlight that small waist. And when she's doing her front double bicep, she's not doing a twisted variation. She's hitting it straight to the front, that she's able to see that shape from the front for the judges. Take that into account when you're kind of choosing those variations of that front pose.
Yeah, it looks to me like she should probably have a little more glaze on the back.
Yes.
She looks a little dry. Jealous of her quads.
Thank you, Jim. Please welcome from Alton, New York, Kristine Salinas.
When I look at her now, I see that the quad sweep is not as dominant. And that just makes the waist just appear just a little bit wider. So when someone is not blessed with a tiny waist, what do you suggest?
The key is making your lower lat and your lat in general just wider. Wider, but the key thing is you can't have wider lats and not have wider quads.
Right.
So you got to make sure you're staying symmetrical from top to bottom, and that's where that hard work comes in. That's when you just have to strategize and make sure the poses appear as if they are balanced.
Yeah, she's got good abs.
She does, very good abs.
Yeah, she's also a few pounds too heavy for her.
Now we have Natalie. She was our winner last year. I believe she placed top 10 at the O as well.
Her legs are peeling.
She's built. Front, back, side to side.
Some people just have better, the ability to get really, really lean when some people really have to suffer.
Yes.
When you are, did it come easy to you, or did you have to suffer the way down?
Well, the blessing for me was I had enough muscle that it pushed against the skin, so I never had to be lean as the other girl. And so my critique, feedback from the judges was always I had a great look that they liked me.
She's probably going to get those
Now, it's important to note that Sheronica placed 5th at the O. Barbara, who placed in front of her, did not get called out in this first call out.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Natalia is absolutely beautiful. Top to bottom. She does. I know, like we talked about earlier, Rachel is in that mix. She's taken 2 years off. She came back with a vengeance.
third place, huh?
Let's see. Great group of ladies here. Now I think 70 would stick out even more if she had a different suit color. She has a physique that I really, really love. Quality of condition, shape, definition, but when they turn to the rear, we're going to watch that rear shot when they call it again. It's the quality of cleanness through the glutes as well that really sets them apart while still remaining full.
Well, look who's here. We are right now joined by the
I think the quality of the athletes in front of her seem a little bit fuller. Shape differential through the midsection is also slightly different for that first call out for the majority of them, I'll say. But I don't think she's off. She's competed this year already, and I believe she's already Olympia qualified, but I don't think she's off. They just think the competition is a little bit stiffer.
And relax, face the rear.
Do you think a different color suit would help her?
I'm not too sure, but what I do notice is, if we're looking now, through the glutes and hamstrings, it's a little bit softer than that entire top call out. And so I think that's what ultimately hurt her.
Yeah.
So if she cleans those lines up and comes back to the Olympia swinging, she should be able to get back in that top 5 spot.
So for me, this is crystal clear, Natalia, all day.
Same.
She's going to walk away with this. I mean, she would have to not show up for finals to not win this show today. And this is no disrespect to all the other competitors. She's just so far ahead of most of the girls. And like I said, her only real tough competition is Sarah. You know, and they've been going back and forth now for how many years?
At least 3 years.
Yeah,
at this
3
point.
years, I would say. I mean, Natalia won it in, what is it, 21 or 21?
And relax.
So, and they've been going back and forth since then. So it's 4 or 5 years now.
And relax, face the rear. Back to a bicep. And relax. Either side for side tricep. And relax, face forward, abdominal.
Just with themselves. So that way it takes away anybody else in the viewpoint and you focus on those two that you're really trying to see who should win that show. And so if I'm Rachel, I'm really excited to be out here compared to a Miss Olympia and a runner-up for Miss Olympia, especially after 2 years away. But I do know Rachel, according to Instagram, she came here to win this show, so.
Oh, so she
said she's very confident.
I mean, she's not far off.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's right.
But like I said, I'm biased. I admit, when it comes to Natalia, I'm totally biased.
Yeah.
But Rachel does look good. But when I look at the lines, the cleaner lines, the beautiful, more beautiful shape, that's Natalia for me. I mean, maybe if Rachel will be 2-3 inches.